I'm at the etrailer. If you have a 2022 Ford Maverick and you're looking for a rack that's going to be pretty compact, really easy to maneuver, and is going to be adaptable down the line and work with your tailgate, then the Saris MHS 1+1 Uno bike rack is going to be a great option for you. So let's check it out. And the reason why I say this is a very adaptable rack is going to be because of the two components. This is a kit, so we're going to have the 1+1, which I talked about in the intro, and then we're going to have the Uno itself, and that's going to be the tray. You could actually get this tray switched out with the Duo tray if you really need those extra heavy e-bikes weighing up to 100 pounds. But today we're just going to be focusing on this kit and how it interacts with a truck. And what I really want to see at this point is how close it's sitting. And right now we have tons of space. If I just shake this around all over the place, I'm putting a decent amount of pressure in this, and if you're on those really extreme situations, we're nowhere near our vehicle, so you're going to be good in that respect. It's also going to have a pretty good weight capacity of up to 60 pounds per bike, so we will still be able to carry those heavy e-bikes. And it's really not going to reflect in our tilt. To really show you what I mean, I'll tilt it back. And what's easy about this is tilting it back. I can actually use my foot for that. Some other options out there do say you can use your foot, but those are a little bit trickier. This is right at the very end. I'll just pull that down and then maintain control of my bike and carrier and lower this into place. And what I like most about this is going to be able to work even with your tailgate. Now this is my coworker's Aiden's truck, and he's tested this out with a lot of different bike racks, and there's a few of them that you can open up the tailgate with, but not very many. So the fact that we can do this completely is definitely a major win for us. And then once we're done, we can put that back up and put this into the seated position just by lifting up on the carrier and bike until it clicks into place. If we want to take a closer look at this rack though, I'm going to take off my bike. To do that, I'm going to come over here to this rear strap, just press a button, that's going to release, and we can just tuck this behind the tire. Just really work with this a bit easier. Now if we go over to the front tire, what I like about this is designed to work with a lot of different types of bikes. So if you have your carbon alternative or any bikes with a really nice paint job, we're just going to be making contact on your tire. And if you notice the location of this too, if you have any bikes with fenders, this is low enough where it's not going to really get in the way. And to release this, I'm just going to press this lever. Now go up, but if we notice, it's not going anywhere else. And that's because Saris has designed this to really lock in place in this position, so you don't have to use any guesswork to figure out where to place this, where it's going to have a good hold on your tire and still accommodate for those fenders. But if I want to move this completely out of my way, I'm just going to press this secondary lever, move it all the way down, and then I can just simply lift up on my bike and then take it out for a ride. And just make sure you put this back up into place when you're done with it. Again, it's going to lock into place here for that fender point, but you can also adjust it to one of these higher positions if you want it closer to your frame too. And I'll just push this all the way down so it's flush. I'll probably move this strap so it sits a little bit more forward, just so it's in a better location. And this will lock down into place at the bottom, so you don't have to worry about securing it with your strap. And what I like about this is this actually is designed to slide up and down this tray to accommodate a wider range of wheelbases. Something I want to check real quick is to see if our tailgate still opens all the way in this position. And yeah, most times this cradle is going to get in your way, so you will still just have to rotate this all the way into that tilted position to have access to your tailgate. But from here, we can get a few measurements. The first one I like to get is going to be that ground clearance. So this is going to be just under 16 inches, and that's really good. That's plenty of room to sit above the ground. And something else to think about too is that handle. If I fold this down in that tilted position, we're a lot closer to the ground, but that's exactly what this is designed for. Make contact with the ground first so you don't damage anything on your carrier. But now we can get a measurement to see how far this is going to stick out completely. This is going to be a little bit over 27 inches. which is pretty compact because this is designed to work with just one bike, but you can add another one to the very end of here. It might extend out a little bit further out, but it's not gonna be very much. So that's still gonna be compact even if you add on to it later on. Now, if you do wanna save some space and you don't have any bikes on here, you can definitely do that. We have two folded positions. This first one is for if you have anything on the back of your Maverick. It's typically designed to work with any type of spare tires. And this is going to be 18 inches out, but in most cases you won't have anything back here, so you can fold this completely up into this 90-degree angle. And from here, we measure from that bumper, this is only going to stick out a little bit under 14 inches, so that's going to save you a lot of space. And we can check out how it's going to interact on the back of here. So typically with a rack on the back of a truck, it is going to block your license plate, but not here. As you can see, our license plate is a little bit off to the side, so that's really nice. But we will block this backup camera right here because this is sitting a little bit lower. So you might be able to see a little bit off to the side on either side of the carrier. But honestly, I just recommend sticking to using your mirrors for the most part, but your taillights and back window won't be obstructed. And the way this is going to install is we're going to have this 1.25" shank with this 2-inch sleeve adapter on it that's going to a 2-inch hitch receiver. Now that's the nice thing about this. It can also work with 1.25" receivers if you just take off that adapter. Then we're going to have this anti-rattle bolt that comes through, connects to this lock core on the other side for that extra security. And this is also going to use the same key system as the lock that comes with your kit, and that's going to be designed to work with your front ratcheting hook. In my opinion, I think this is a great rack for this vehicle, especially since it is going to work with your tailgate. And that's great because if you need to load anything in the back here, you're going to have that ability to do that safely without making contact with anything. Now there's a couple other options out there, but they're going to be for really different situations. And the main situation I see this one being applied to is if you're looking for that more compact rack that's not going to take up a lot of space either in your bed or in your garage and can still carry a variety of different types of bikes. But this was just a look at the Saris MHS 1+1 Uno bike rack. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.